I understand why people have the opinion that they have. A lot of people don't understand completely what we do. Logging practices in the past weren't always good. There was this idea that timber resources were just vast, and really the consequences weren't considered very much. But that's just not how we do it now. There's sort of a binary perspective among most people that you're either a land abuser or you're a preservationist, and there's just this huge space in between where I call it conservation, where you can grow a crop and you can provide resources, and at the same time you can really care about wildlife and you can care about the fish and you can do the right thing. I'm Sam Madsen, and today we're at the Coal Creek Tree Farm. Well, a tree farm is really just forest land, and what makes it a farm is that we plant the trees and we garden the trees, we care for them, and eventually we'll harvest them. My grandfather started our family business in 1946, and then my dad took over from him and he became a steel dealer in 1970. Personally, I joined my dad in 1980. So yes, I was a steel dealer first and a tree farmer second. I do see a parallel between Steel and Madsen's, because when your name's on the building or name's on the product, you care. And I've always felt that to do a good job, it's always best to speak from personal experience. And so the tree farm's given me an opportunity to run and operate and really learn, even in a deeper way, how the products that we sell work. I think it's very satisfying to grow a crop like this. I mean, I think every farmer feels that way. And you're grateful for it, and it's just really nice to be part of the process. So the process of growing trees here, I like to plant about 425 trees per acre. And then I work really hard for those first 5 years to get the crop trees to prosper. You don't have to do too much until they're about 15 years old. And we go in and do a pre-commercial thin. The trees need sun, so you have to open up a space that's large enough, but you reduce it to about your 300 best trees per acre. And then you don't have to do a lot more for about another 15 years. And then you go in and do what's called a commercial thin. And then probably about age 45, 50, it's time to really think about what you want to do with that crop. So once we clear cut, then we'll replant immediately and then we'll start the cycle again. And in 50 years, we'll have another crop. Well, sustainability is everything. We have to figure out how to get what we need from the earth without ruining it. Certainly a consideration of mine is the wildlife and all the creatures up here. And, I want to try to grow a good crop of trees, but at the same time, I don't want to disturb their lives any more than I have to. So about 15% of the land that I own won't ever be harvested. That's habitat space, and that's streams and buffers, and I don't feel bad at all about giving up the 15% for the environment. We work to coexist. We work to make it so that we can produce a resource for man, and at the same time, we do the right thing for the land. My idea of owning a tree farm really was probably more of from an investment standpoint. And yeah, it's evolved to way more than I could have ever imagined. But I really don't think that I own it. I'm more of the steward of the land. And, my life is fairly short, and this land was here before me and it's here after me. And I think my job here is just to grow the best trees I can and do it in the most environmentally responsible way.